something. But then again, y'all, I'm that girl. I did that.
Don't wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty. Don't wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty.
You've seen the title of the video. Your girl is back again with another story time. If you're to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's some weight. That's some weight. That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. So as y'all can see by the title, today I'm gonna be telling y'all a story about one of my worst dates ever while I get ready for a date. So yeah, that's why I look like this, y'all. Y'all know I would never come on camera looking this dusty, looking this rough. But yeah, y'all, so I'm gonna record me doing my makeup. And the reason why I can't do a normal story time and talk to y'all, just simply because I'm a talker. Y'all know I like to talk with my hands, and I can't do my makeup and talk at the same time. It's currently 6:54 right now. My date is at 8 o'clock. He gonna be here on the dot. So your girl, I'm trying to be on time for once. So yeah, y'all watch me do my makeup. I'm gonna record the story time later, and I'm gonna put the story time as a voiceover. So yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it, baby. You look dusty, your hair ain't combed, your skin dry. Y'all, I look crazy. Let me stop playing with me, cause no makeup Asia is top tier. This natural face eats. I'm not even gonna lie, your girl look good. Like, if this wasn't, this is the second date. If this wasn't a second date, y'all, I would go barefaced it, because this face eats. Like, if you a pretty girl and your natural face eats and all you need is lip gloss, or all you need is your Carmex and lashes, comment the I don't know, comment the lip gloss emoji or comment the lipstick emoji if all you need is your gloss. Yeah, but like I said, I ain't trying to scare the man, y'all. I need to make sure I look like I look on Instagram. So your girl is doing a big face. And I'm also trying something different today. I'm doing like the UK baddie look. Y'all know how they do like the light under eyes. I'm trying that today. So wish me luck. And like I said, y'all, I'm gonna be talking with my hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the voiceover on the rest of this video. Also, a lot of y'all was asking about this hair. So if y'all want to know where this hair came from, I believe it came from Uni's hair, Uni's hair, and it's a 24-inch 13x4, and I'll link that down below for the girlies that want to know. And also, if y'all are interested in any of the products that I'm using in this video, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not listening. This is not a makeup video. This is a story time. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So y'all, to be completely honest, this happened last year in 2022. It's a new year now, so I feel like I could tell the story time. I can be like, last year I was on dumb, 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 and this year I'm just on dumb-ish. Not dumb, dumb, dumb-ish, but just dumb-ish. Like, you know, it's a new year, new me. I don't make the same mistakes twice anymore, y'all. So I can finally tell it. And that's why I be so quiet on social media. Y'all know how people be posting stuff on TikTok, crazy, ridiculous things that should have just stayed in they notes, should have just stayed in a text message thread, and they be putting it on TikTok. This is one of those things, y'all. That's why I don't be judging. When people be in the comments and they be like, who did that? Who did that? And I think to myself like, oh, wait, you did that. You was that girl. So y'all, I don't be saying nothing. But TikTok made me feel comfortable to tell this story, because if you ever done something dumb or just like, why did you do that? If you go on TikTok, the girls on TikToks, they gonna make you feel better about it. Like, they be on there saying that they boyfriend shot them in the head and then they got married. They be on there saying that their boyfriend cheated on them with their little sister and their sister's daddy, and they still together. Like, they be on there spilling all the beans, and they make you feel good about your bad decisions. So that's the only reason why y'all getting this story time, to be honest, because I got on TikTok, y'all. TikTok gave me the courage to post a story time, because the girls they just make you feel better about your stupid decisions and mistakes. And like I said, y'all, this happened last year. It's crazy, y'all. It was crazy on my side too. Like, all of this happened like 6 months ago. I'm still thinking like, Asia, who were you? You were that girl? Yes, y'all, I was that girl. But baby, let's go ahead and get into it. This was in my dating era. I don't know if y'all remember, but the real ones has been on this channel for over a year now. Y'all remember when Asia was going on a lot of dates? I was just posting food on my social media, just, you know, dressing cute and going on a lot of dates, y'all. I wasn't really dating with purpose. I was just dating to meet new people, explore Houston, because I was fairly new around that time, and try new food. and just to make friends, y'all. I didn't have any friends here around that time, and I definitely didn't have any guy friends. So I was on a dating rampage. I was on this dating app, and y'all already know what dating app it is because a lot of y'all clocked it from one of my dating story times. It was Hinge. I really, really like. I think it was Hinge. Was it Hinge? I believe it was Hinge, y'all. So I was on Hinge around this time, and I matched with this guy. And keep in mind, at this time, your girl was not dating with purpose. The purpose of me dating was just to meet new people, have a good time, to learn and explore Houston. That was my whole mindset. I wasn't on a dating app looking for a husband, looking for a man. I was honestly just on there exploring, and I'm meeting, just meeting new people, y'all. And to be honest, I did meet a lot of interesting people. And I met some not so cool people, and we're gonna talk about him. So we're gonna go ahead and give him the name of Bedbug, and we call him Bedbug, y'all, because this was just an itch that I just couldn't get rid of. Y'all know if you ever had bedbugs, you know how hard it is to get rid of bedbugs. And I personally never had bedbugs, but I knew somebody that had bedbugs, and she told me that she went through like 3 mattresses. She had to throw her whole house away. Like bedbugs, they're really, really hard to get rid of, y'all. So boom. I met Budbug on there, and his profile wasn't the regular smuggler profile, y'all. His profile just gave life. Like, he had a very live profile. Like, it wasn't the typical, just, bare minimum profile. If you ever been on a dating app, a lot of those profiles just scream, I want to have sex with you, and I might take you on a date. Like, those are what a lot of the profiles give. And then some of the profiles give, I want to buy you, I got money, come out with me. And then some of the profiles give real sassy, like they want you to take them out on a date and they're the prize. But his profile wasn't giving none of the three, y'all. And that's typically the three. It wasn't giving that. He had a superior profile, y'all. His profile was very nice, clean cut. He used full sentences. He put dots after the sentences, y'all. He knew how to use your and your. Like, he knew the difference between you are and your. Like, he had a phenomenal profile, y'all. Really nice. He said that he was from Kenya. I do want to point that out because that was something that drew me to his profile. I always like meeting people from different continents, y'all, because I just feel like you can really learn from them and their culture. So he said he was from Kenya. He said that he had 14 siblings. He put all this on his profile. Kenya, 14 siblings. He said he was a mechanical engineer. He said that he moved to the United States when he was like, I want to say 18, 19, right after he graduated from high school. His profile just looked very cut, clean, just very transparent. Like, from looking at his profile, I had already learned so much about him. And he had a voice note, y'all. He had a very nice accent. I don't know if y'all ever met anyone from Kenya, but they have very nice, distinctive accents, and I vibe with it. So we matched, and when he first contacted me, the conversation was very subpar, y'all. We weren't really saying much, the usual, what's your favorite color? Where are you from? How many siblings you got? Just the basics. We were getting the basics down. So we went through all of that. And that was also a plus, y'all, because if y'all ever been on a dating app, a lot of men on dating apps, they very cutthroat. Like, they're very like, I don't want to know your favorite color. I don't know where you from. I don't want to know. Like, they don't care. They want to say, a lot of them have told me, like, let's cut the small talk, or we or what, or they'll just be like, hey, I just want to take you out. Like, the first day they get your number or the first day they contact you, they just want to jump on you like raw. Like, they want to come over, they just want to be all up in you. And Bedbug, he wasn't giving that. He was a slow bug, y'all. He was a turtle. He was a ladybug. Like, he was very slow, calm, and collect. So I thought. So yeah, so we just doing a little small talk, chatting, and we probably did that on the app for about a week before he asked me for my number. So he was moving steady but slow, y'all. Slow and steady. He was moving my speed. So he asked me for my number, and then we went from texting a little bit. And then from texting, we started talking on FaceTime. But these FaceTimes wouldn't be very long, y'all. Bedbug was a very, very busy man. Like I told you, he was a mechanical engineer. He also told me he was a software engineer, but to this day, I don't know which one was true. Like, I don't even know if he was an engineer or if he was just a bedbug, y'all. I don't really know, but I'm leaning more towards a bedbug. But yeah, so he's like, I'm a software engineer. I'm also a mechanical engineer. He told me what company. Well, actually, I'm lying. He couldn't tell me the company that he worked for, but he did tell me everything that he did in his job. He would explain his job. We also talked about his culture. We talked about his family. He says that he's the oldest out of 14 kids. He says that 10 of them are underage and the other 4, they're of age. He said 10 of them are still in Kenya, and he wants to be able to provide for them and bring them to America. He also told me that he was in Texas on like a work visa. I don't know the correct name for it, y'all, but he basically said in order for him to be in Texas on this visa, he had to either be working for a certain type of company or he had to be in school. So he made that clear to me. So he was saying he really liked his company. He's always busy. And he had told me that also that he had just moved to Kenya. I think he said it was about a year. So that's why he was on this app or whatever. He was looking for new friends. He said his first year here, he was just always working, working, working. So again, we would talk for probably like 30-40 minutes a day. The bed bug always made it seem like he was so busy. Like typically y'all know I'm a talker. Your girl can talk. Like when I really like having a conversation with somebody and I vibe with somebody, I could be on the phone for hours. It doesn't matter who it is. But with him, y'all, he would cut the conversations like very short. The conversations was like no more to like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. But I always like that. Every time we finished the conversation, y'all, I always learned something new about him. It could be something new about his family or about his job or just something that he liked, like his hobbies. I was always learning something new. So I thought he was a very interesting person. So fast forward, let's go to like maybe it could have been like 3 weeks of talking to him off the app. We were just texting and FaceTiming every night, no more than 30-45 minutes, y'all. He finally asked your girl on a date. When he asked me on a date, he said that he set a reservation at this place in River Oaks. I also want to point that out. On the dating app, he had his location set in River Oaks, and the Houston girlies know, like if you ever been to Houston or if you know about River Oaks, that's like the rich area, the money area. It's just a very nice area in Texas. So if you live in that area and it's not a gentrified house or an apartment, then you know you have to have some money, y'all. It's just a very nice area. So he said he wanted to go to River Oaks because that's where he lived at. So your girl was excited, and I really like how he put it. He said he set a reservation. So I'm just thinking like, oh, he put time in, he called, he did research. I told this man that my favorite food was seafood, so he found this little seafood spot. And I don't really remember the name of the seafood spot, y'all. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I remember, I just can't pronounce the name, so I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. But the spot was 10 out of 10. Like the ambience of the spot, y'all, it was just a really bomb spot. So fast forward to the day of our date, y'all. Your girl dressed up. I'm looking very pretty. I'm gonna go back because I still have like voicemails that he left me that I'm gonna insert at the end of this video. So I'm gonna go back and see if I can find the outfit that I had on that night. But just know your girl was just really, y'all, I was looking really good. I remember how I did my makeup. I really beat my face that night. I put on the what's the heels called? The little flip-flop heels. Y'all, I just looked superior. I look really, really good. So fast forward to our date. I was so nervous to meet this man. I don't know why, because I had been on plenty of first dates by this time, y'all, but I don't know, like something about just meeting him just had me like nervous. And we had already talked for like 3 weeks, talking on the phone, had already seen him. The man was very handsome. I forgot to tell y'all. He didn't look like a bed bug, y'all, but like I said, he was just something you just an itch that you just couldn't get rid of. But the man was very handsome. He was like dark skin. He did have the full beard action going on, y'all. Very nice hairline. He was like 6'2". At least he said he was on the dating app. He probably was only 6 foot, y'all. But either way, he was taller than me. Nice little build or whatever. Very sophisticated. Just all around. When you put it on paper, y'all, he just looked really good. So boom. Like before this date, I remember I almost canceled this date because I was just getting like extremely nervous. And you usually get nervous when you meet new people, but y'all, it was just like armpit sweaty nervous. Like I had to pack deodorant in my purse because I was just getting really itchy and anxious, and it was like I was almost having like anxiety before this date. Like I almost want to cancel the date because leading up to meeting him at the seafood spot in River Oaks, I was just nervous, y'all. So boom, I finally meet him there at this seafood spot, and when I seen him, y'all, he was fine in the face, but the man just looked like a handsome Christmas tree. He had on red, green, and white. And I don't know why, y'all, the colors just look so foolish. Like, he looked like an ornament on a tree, y'all. He just looked, I don't know, he just looked a little unorthodox, y'all. But the face wise, the build, the everything else was good, but the outfit was just, no offense to any Kenyas in the comment section. He just had on too many colors, y'all. He just looked like a handsome Christmas tree. So boom. I make sure I'm there before him. And I do want to point out, y'all, I Ubered to this date. And this was around the time when I first moved to Houston. Anytime I was going on dates that was kind of far from my house, I wasn't comfortable driving in certain areas in Texas. So y'all, I will Uber to dates. So I made it there before him. I made sure I went to the bathroom. I sprayed perfume on. I make sure your girl was looking good. I checked myself out. And then boom, she shows up behind me. I see him. I greet him. I hugged him. Like I said, he looked like a handsome Christmas tree. So we hug. We sit down. The ambience of the restaurant is really, really nice. Like it's full. They have like dim night lights in there. It's giving romantic, y'all. And the smell was really, really good. I could just tell that the food was gonna be good because it just smelled immaculate in there. So we in there and we talking. And again, we're kind of talking about like the same thing that we talked about over the phone. We're talking about like his siblings. We're talking about his mom, his dad, his upbringing. And we talked about that a lot, y'all, because I could just tell he was a very family oriented person because probably 50% of the time, if we weren't talking about work, my job, or his job, we would be talking about this man's family. And I didn't mind him talking about his family just because he was very passionate about his family. And I love talking to people that's passionate about stuff. So yeah, we talking about his family, his sister, and we just chatting and we chatting. And during the day, he did get a little handsy, but he didn't get too handsy, y'all. He had touched my thigh a few times, but I honestly didn't think anything of it. He was very kind. He had manners. The man chewed with his mouth closed, which is a turn on. I love when a man can chew with their mouth closed. So he's chewing with his mouth closed. He got the napkin on the lap. He don't got no elbows on the paper. Like, y'all, the manners are very much there. So finally, he even offered, even though your girl was full, he even offered to get me dessert. And I actually did get dessert. I had this cream cheese pie. It was, y'all, it was so good. 10 out of 10. I'm gonna really look and try to put the name of the restaurant on the screen just in case any of y'all are in Houston. But we went, I ate, everything's good. The bill came. He looked at it, he put it in his card, he tipped over 20%. Like everything is just going very, very well. It was kind of one of those dates where you just don't want the date to end. Like you kind of just want to find something else to do because the date is just, the date is just going very, very well. But it was getting late, y'all. Around this time, it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock or whatever. And he was just like, how about we watch a movie? So I'm like, okay, that's cool or whatever. And we started looking up movies and things to watch. And we're basically still at the table. We're wrapping it up. We're waiting for the tab to come. So I'm looking on my phone. He's looking on his phone. And I'm looking. And we found a movie theater, y'all. And the movie theater is saying that the movie plays at like 10:35. Mind you, it's like it's either just turned 10 o'clock, y'all, or the movie is about to start in like the next 15-30 minutes. So we found the movie. I don't remember what theater it was, but it was a theater in River Oaks area, y'all. So we find the theater, we go there to watch the movie. So we're on our way to the movie theaters, y'all. He purchased the tickets. He purchased the tickets on the app. Let me not skip this, y'all. So like I said, I Ubered to this seafood spot, y'all. So I'm thinking, oh, we about to go to the parking garage and we about to get in his car. So immediately, I didn't feel the need to tell this man that I Ubered. I just didn't feel the need to tell him, and I'm just assuming that he drove, y'all. So he opens the door, still being very nice. He has manners. He's opening doors, and we start walking towards the parking garage that's connected to the seafood spot. And we're walking and we're walking, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. And I'm like, where are we going? And he was like, I don't know. I thought we were going to your car. And I was like, wait, my car? I didn't drive. And then he was just like, oh, I didn't drive either. I guess I'll call us an Uber. And I'm just like, why didn't you drive? And he was just like, I didn't know that you didn't drive. If I knew that you didn't drive, then I would have drove. And I'm just like, wait, huh? Why didn't you drive? Like, we're in River Oaks. You claim you live in this area. Like, you could have just mentioned it. Why didn't you drive or whatever? So he kind of went back and forth with me, y'all, a little bit. And he was just like, oh, I just, like, what's wrong with me not driving? Like, he started to get very, analytical about stuff. And I'm just like, okay. And then out of nowhere, he's like, it's okay because I called this an Uber. And he says that he has the Uber going to the movie theater, y'all. So the Uber comes in like 2 minutes. They weren't far. We get in the Uber. We're in the back seat or whatever. And that was a red flag that he was like walking me to the car garage, walking me to my car. And he didn't just say, hey, like, where we going? Like, he didn't, like, y'all, we walked up like 2 floors in this car garage. And I'm thinking, like, we got to be walking to his car. But he didn't tell me that we was walking nowhere, basically, because neither one of us drove. So it was already just giving like he didn't have no car to me, because it's just like, why wouldn't you tell me where we was going? Like, it was just giving you don't have a car. And he never said, like, he didn't say my car was in the shop. He was just like, oh, well, I thought you drive. He didn't make that was that, y'all. Basically, next. So we're in this Uber and we're on the way to the movie theater, and I can see the map. The Uber driver has his maps like visible, his phone there. So I can see it. It says that we're like 5 minutes away. So all of a sudden, y'all, the location in the app changes. Like, it just clicks and it just changes. And the Uber driver's like, oh, we're not going there anymore. So I looked at him or whatever, and he was like, I think we can watch the movie somewhere else. And I'm like, where can we watch the movie at? He was like, oh, well, we could just watch the movie at my place if you don't mind. And I'm just like, no, I'm not really comfortable with that. It's okay if you don't want to watch the movie. I'll just go home. I'll call myself an Uber home. He's like, oh no, I'll call you an Uber home or whatever. I'll take you home. And I'm just like, no, we live in 2 different directions. I've lived like 30 minutes from River Oak, y'all. I'm just like, I'll call a movie. I'll call an Uber home. And y'all, I thought this was so odd, because it's just like, what in your right mind you thought you was gonna be able to change the location of us not going to the movie theater, and you changed the location to your crib, and you thought that was gonna be okay? So yeah, y'all, he changes the location and we're going back and forth a little bit. The Uber driver is almost pulling up to this movie theater, and he was just like, I'm just like, all right, it's okay. I'll go home or whatever. So he's like, put your address in. So I typed the name of my apartment complex in, and now we're on the way to my house. And while we're in the car on the way to my house, it's gonna be like a 30-minute trip, y'all. The Uber driver is playing music, and y'all, your girl is really uncomfortable. I'm a little annoyed, because it's just like how you just changed it from us watching the movie at the theater to watching it to your house. And then he go ahead, and y'all, it's literally 7:30. I did all of this. I'm watching I think we call her Nija. I don't know, y'all. I'm watching this girl right here. She is so funny. But y'all, it's 7:30. Can you focus? Your girl did that. I did all of this in 30 minutes. So I'm about to get ready and head out, y'all. I'm about to get ready and show y'all my full outfit first. But yeah, I did that. I feel like I need to put on some jewelry, some rings or something. But then again, y'all, I'm that girl. I did that. If y'all would like to see more videos like this and me record more story times like this, let me know, y'all, because I'm not gonna hold you. I have fun recording this, but I'm gonna go to the living room so y'all can see the full look. Started saying things like, I don't think we were gonna make it in time, blah blah blah. If you still want to watch it, I'll find a way for us to watch it. Maybe I can look up a movie theater near you. And I'm just like, no, it's getting kind of late by now, y'all. It's probably like 10:30, going on 11. So I'm like, it's getting kind of late, I can just call it a night. I'll see you again. The date wasn't going totally bad for me, y'all, but I just felt very uncomfortable. So boom, we in the car and we're just talking, and I'm not really saying much, y'all, because I'm in my head a lot. Like, when I'm thinking something or if I'm annoyed, like, I'm a Taurus, you gonna see it on my face. So your girl is in her head. I'm kind of annoyed, and I'm just thinking like, wow, this man really tried to play me. This bedbug tried to play me. So I'm in the car. Finally, we pull up to my house, and the Uber driver, he's like, the Uber driver's like, you're gonna need to catch another ride because I picked up a ride before they dropped us off or whatever. And he's like, okay, that's no problem. That's no problem. He gets out the car, and they didn't drop me off inside my apartment complex, y'all. They dropped me off like the front office. I do like live close to the front. I was just gonna open the gate and just walk to my apartment complex. But instead, I wanted to wait for his ride to get there, y'all. So I'm waiting or whatever, and he's acting like he's calling with his phone. He acts like he's calling another Uber, but he's just calling with his phone the whole time while he's on his phone, supposed to be calling him another Uber. He was just like, I ordered the movie. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? He was like, I ordered the movie. I ordered it for us to watch it at home, like we can watch it on the TV. And I'm like, what? He's just like, yeah, we can watch it on the TV. And I'm so mad that I don't remember. This did happen like 6 months ago, but I'm gonna try to look back and think, but I don't remember what movie it was. But it was like a newer movie. I honestly didn't even know you could watch like new movies. Like the movie had just came out like within the last 2 weeks, and he said he ordered it for us to watch it on like Amazon Prime. Like he bought the movie or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So he was just like, can we just please watch it upstairs? We could just watch the movie, and then I'll go home afterwards. And I was just like, what happened to you calling your Uber? He was just like, the night went really well. I really like you. I like our conversation. And y'all, my one brain cell self, I let the man in. I let him come upstairs. So I'm like, all right, one movie. The red flags were definitely flagging, y'all. But I let him come upstairs. So now we're upstairs. We're in my apartment. Immediately, I didn't want him to feel too comfortable or get too comfortable. So what I did, I took his coat, I put it in the coat closet. I had carpet in my apartment at this time. He set his shoes at the door. I turned on the TV, and he logs into his Prime account, movie video account or whatever, and he plays the movie. So we're watching the movie, and y'all, probably like 15 minutes into the movie, this was a really good movie, y'all. I was really interested, like in tune, like I was turned into the movie. So probably like 15, 20 minutes into the movie, y'all, he looks at me. He was just like, hey, I have a question to ask you. I'm really feeling you. I really like your vibe, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah, what's up? He was like, can I move in? Can I just stay with you for a few weeks? My family, they're so close to being here, and I already have my one sister living with me right now, and my brother's on his way, and it's gonna be too much space. It's not gonna be enough space at my house, so it's okay if I move in with you. So y'all, I bust out laughing because it's just like you can't like be for real, like if there's anything, be fucking for real. Like you're not seriously asking me this question. So y'all, when I say I'm on the floor, your girl is the y'all. You would think somebody tickled my toes because I'm screaming. I'm just on the floor like deceased, y'all. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I get back up, or I look up. I remember I'm on the floor, y'all, dead ass on the floor. I look up at him, and this man is serious. So again, I'm deceased again. I'm rolling. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. And I know y'all thinking like, Asia, you really let this man in your house? And yes, y'all, I did. I did. But at this point, I wasn't really nervous, or I didn't really feel threatened by him being in my presence. But I just couldn't believe it, y'all. So I'm laughing, and he was just like, yeah, I will pay you. I really want to get me and my family here. Like, we're so close. I have this amount of money saved up, and I'm working on getting their stuff together. I just need a little more time to look for a place. Is there any way I can move in, or can I just put some of my things here? Because I really need a place for my family. Like, I just really want this. So this man is like almost in tears in my apartment, and he's just starting to like hyperventilate, y'all. Like he's looking at me, he's starting to shake a little bit. So I'm just looking like, are you serious? And he's just like, yes, please. His whole demeanor, like his voice starts to tremble, like everything kind of just changed. And at this point, y'all, I'm like, wow, he's for real. He is serious. So now I'm kind of like hesitant to like say the wrong thing, y'all, because like I said, I had only known this man for a few weeks, and I know y'all thinking like, Asia, why you let this man in your humble abode? Like, why you let him in your house? But y'all, I honestly did not see this coming. So at this point, I'm just like, I would have to, obviously, y'all, the answer was hell to the no. to the no, like, no. But at this point, I seen that he was like really serious and his whole demeanor changed. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm gonna have to sleep on it. And he was just like, how much you need, I will pay you. And I'm just like, this is just a 1-bedroom apartment. And y'all, it started to make more sense simply because the first and second conversation that we ever even had together, y'all, this man was asking me like, oh, do I live alone? How many people do I live with? And I remember I would never really answer that question. I would kind of just like sleep over it, like not sweep, y'all, but I kind of just like swept over the question. Like I would never really answer it, and I would just be like, wow, like, why you want to know, whatever. And he was just like, I want to know everything about you, like I just want to know. And y'all, this man was been plotting and creeping and thinking he was gonna move into me. So everything just made so much more sense, y'all. So eventually, I ended up making him leave because he was making me feel very uncomfortable. But y'all, the man didn't leave on the first leave. I had to tell him to leave like 4 or 5 times because he just kept being so adamant about it. He was just like, yes, it's nothing for you, not much for you to think about. You won't even know I'm here. I'm always working. I won't bring much. I can put everything in your shed. And I'm just thinking, like, how do you know I have a shed? Mind you, this is the first time this man has ever been to my house, y'all. How did this man know that I have a shed? So I'm assuming he probably looked up the layout of my apartment. He looked up and seen how many beds it had, how many doors I had. He had to look up everything because I had never told this man that I had a shed, y'all. I have 2 sheds in my apartment and I never told him this. So now I'm really starting to get freaked out. So I'm just like, yeah, you gotta go. It's getting kind of late or whatever. And he was just like, it is late. By this time, y'all, it was like almost 1 a.m. in the morning. I wasn't rude about it or anything. Like I walked him downstairs. He called his Uber, but his demeanor was still kind of off. Like he was still mad that I didn't give him a definite answer, like yes, you can stay or whatever. And after that, I did tell one of my close friends, shout out to you, girl, if you watching this story time. I told my girl Britt about this. I told her because I'm kind of scared because he knows where I live at. So I did tell one of my friends. I sent her pictures of him. I sent her his profile. And y'all, after that, I blocked him obviously because the man was crazy if I thought he was gonna let me stay in his house. But y'all, the story does not end. After this man began to harass me, stalk me, call me multiple times. I was blocking multiple different numbers a day. He was calling from different numbers. He found me on social media. Mind you, I never added this man. I wish I could go back and find the DMs, but this happened months ago, y'all. This man found me on Instagram. He was DMing me on Instagram telling me he was sorry. He wanted to work it out. He was voicemailing me. Even after the fact, y'all, I had blocked his number, but some reason some of his voicemails was coming through. So I am gonna insert the voicemail in here because I want y'all to hear what he was saying and how it was going on. And I'm just gonna probably put a little beep over his name because he does say his name in the story. I mean, in the voicemail, he says his name. So I'm gonna just beep that part out, y'all. But yeah, this is pretty much the story time on how I had a horrible date, y'all. After that, I'm trying to think, did we have a conversation after that? No, y'all. He was blocked, and it probably took him like 3 months because he contacted me off strange numbers religiously for like 3 months. I'm happy that he didn't know anything about my hobbies or my YouTube channel or anything, y'all. But yeah, the man was just ludicrous. He found me on Facebook. I don't even use my Twitter account anymore, but he found me on Twitter. Like, I randomly got a notification on Twitter. He was just like, Asia, it's me. I want another chance and blah, blah, blah. Y'all, I reported him also on the Hinge app because you obviously looking for some place to stay. You didn't have no car. You didn't have nowhere to stay. It was giving you never, like, what college did you go to? Like, you probably not even an engineer. Like, you probably just wanted somebody to move in with. Like, y'all, everything, I honestly believe everything that man said, other than him being from Kenya, because I could just kind of tell he was from Kenya because he had like a accent. I don't know if y'all will be able to kind of hear it in the voice message that he left me. But yeah, girl, that's the end of this story time. And I'm also finished getting ready for my date. And yeah, hopefully this date is not like him. Hopefully I'm not meeting another bed bug. And yeah, y'all, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.
See if you, hey Asia, this is, I'm just calling to see if you would have some time to just talk. I genuinely didn't like, the way things ended, which I know obviously most of that is kind of my fault. I take accountability for that part. And, things were going so well initially, we had good conversation, funny conversation. I found you funny. I believe you found me funny as well. So just hoping that you can have like 5 minutes just to, probably text me back or just for us to talk so we can at least straighten things out and just see how things go from there. If not, it's still fine. But, I would really still appreciate a text back or a call back so we can try to straighten things out, Asia. So thanks. Hopefully you get this message.